Listen, let me start this statement off by saying welcome to the show. Here to put you up on topics that you really need to know. Live and center from the Ville, I introduce the coolest host. Y.C.S.W.U, the DJ, got you ready, good to go.
Let's see if I remember how to do this.
You got it.
Hey, what it do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to a brand new 2024 installment of You Can't Sit With Us Radio, featuring myself, as always, Ambitious, aka the kid that never sold dope, aka chilling like a booger, and the one and only man. Don't call him a DJ, call him Q, the mother-loving DJ. What's going on, man?
What's going on, my brother? You didn't tell them you were business casual today.
Hey, man.
You gotta put the memo out.
And
I also want to put the memo out that he did not tell me we were business casual today, or I too would have been business casual.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta do an episode like that one day though.
Oh yeah, like, no, that's a fact.
We gotta do a photo shoot or something.
Yeah,
like
for real.
Or next live show we gotta get everybody dressed up or something.
Nigga, you know they're not gonna want to do it, but you know I'm with it.
They might. Suit and tie, dapper. You know how it go.
Yeah.
Well, how was your holidays and stuff, man?
Man, wow, I have to think back to the holidays. Holidays were beautiful for me. Thanksgiving was a lot of family time, a lot of house hopping to, get food. Christmas was food already at home, so it was beautiful with the fam. So we've been cooling, man. I've been just trying to get my life together in this time that we've been off. Just trying to, improve myself, ready for the, as everybody does, ready for the new year, and ready to get things popping. So it's been cool, man. What you been up to?
You one of them people that say New Year, New Me?
Yeah.
Every year?
Yeah, every year. Every year.
Nah, man, I've been chilling, man. Just trying to get the life back in order, man. It's been rough past couple months, so trying to get everything back in order. So yeah,
man. You been how's your mental been? Because I know you've been telling me a little bit about what's been going on, man.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I was training to be an air traffic controller, and that didn't work out. And I'm kind of glad it didn't, because so some of the stuff I be hearing about air traffic controllers ain't it.
Really?
Yeah, they be getting. Hey, I know y'all, when y'all be flying, y'all don't be thinking about it, but a lot of them air traffic controllers are stressed out. So when y'all on them planes, y'all better be praising God and everything, because them motherfuckers, because I was hearing that like some of them like be drinking on the job and smoking on the job, like, so it's it's rough for a lot of air traffic controllers. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get back in order now. Things is going back. God is good though.
Yeah, yes sir, amen.
But yeah, hey, actually, matter of fact, let me go and introduce our guest so we can ask her how her holidays and everything was. So, anyways, as always, we keep the most amazing, talented, dopest, spectacular guests on the show, and today is like no other. Yeah. Man, we got a true singer on the show. She be singing, man. Like, yeah, she be going crazy, man.
Oh, me.
We got the one and only Ayanna Jahnee on the show. How you doing?
I'm good, baby. Can I just tell you it's Ayanna Jahnee? But
you
was real close.
I was trying to be smooth.
Close. You gotta run it back and then plug the right name in there.
That's all right.
Ayanna Jahnee. I got you.
How you feeling?
How you doing though?
I'm doing good, y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. We appreciate you for pulling up. I was kind of talking about it before, but like I've seen you a lot, like with other people that we've had like on the pod, and kind of like having that same kind of quote unquote friend group, if you want to call it that. So I'm glad that we got to have you on and just talk to you about you, and, what you do.
Well, thank you so much.
Of course. So how's your I guess I'm not gonna ask you about the holidays, but how has your year been? How's it been going for you so far in these first couple of weeks?
Well, the first couple of weeks were smooth. I didn't have to do too much. I really tried to make sure that I maintained my peace, specifically through the holiday season. I know you don't want to go that far back, but I had to really maintain my peace because I get seasonal depression. So I made it an effort last year, for Thanksgiving and Christmas to really say, listen, we're not going to get stuck in this rut, because when the start of the new year comes, we just got to go full force and we got to, take care of business. So I'm just happy to actually have accomplished that for the first time in a very long time. So I'm good, baby. I'm good.
That's what we like to hear.
Thank you.
Do you get into the Christmas spirit though?
Ew, I'm the Grinch. And I try to get into the Christmas spirit and be extremely grateful for the people that I already, have, and the people that are still here with me. But it does get hard. It gets hard to really keep that energy all the time, especially because I lost my mother when I was 14, and so the holiday seasons are really rough for me. Yeah.
So, go ahead and let's just start with, tell the people, a little bit about yourself and what you do, a little bit just about your background before we get into it.
Yes. So, I'm a Jill of all trades, okay? Not a Jack, but a Jill. I sing, I write, of course, perform. I also act. In the past, I have had an acting background. But yeah, I've been able to have a residency. That's over right now, but I'm still grateful to be able to come and fill in for incredible musicians. Serena Joy, I was actually filling in for her this past year in October and November while she was on tour. And another person you need to have on the show, plug. But
let's do it.
Yeah, but was able to sing at the 1230 Club with the Nashville All-Stars.
Wow.
Yes, sweetie, right in front of the Bridgestone. Well, I will be packing it out and selling it out one day. But,
let's do it.
God puts you in the places, in spaces that he needs you to be before you get to those bigger spaces. So I'm really grateful to be able to do that kind of thing still.
Yeah, I feel it. Well, thank you so much for pulling up. So let's just kind of jump right into it. I always like to start take it farther back and work our way up to now. So tell us a little bit about your childhood. How was music in your life coming up? Just from, as far back as you want to take it, but how did music kind of play a role in your life?
Okay. So, y'all, I was the kid that couldn't listen to secular music, okay? My mom was very strict when it came to the music I was listening to. So I was listening to Yolanda Adams, Babyface. I could listen to Destiny's Child. I could listen to them. And honestly, that's how I got introduced to Lil Wayne. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? She ain't know all that. But I kind of was able to be in church as well, and I was in the choir, and being able to watch my mother as well sing and have a solo every Sunday, it seemed like. So music was in my household ever since I can remember, and there was always a grand piano in the house. And one Christmas, my mom actually bought me my own keyboard. She messed up that because I started writing little songs and little catchy hooks and stuff, and from that moment I was like, yeah, I like doing this. And then I kind of gradually started to feel confident about the music. And when I want to say, y'all, I can't remember the exact age, but I had to be 11, 12, something like that. And me and my good friend that I grew up in church with, we started a group called the Soul Sisters of Christ. And we had a couple of songs, and we would go around to different churches and perform. And from that moment, I wasn't even sure that I wanted to do music seriously, but I knew that I was a really good writer, right? Because I really wasn't even confident in my vocal ability. But other than getting my start in the church, having music played at home, and, loving to write music on my free time, that's really how it got started. Yeah.
You went to Hillsborough too, didn't you?
I did. Baby Borough.
What year you graduated?
13.
Okay, 3 years off.
When you went to Hillsborough?
Yeah, 2010.
Oh my God! Wait, you were there when I was there then?
Yeah, I graduated 2010. Yep.
Oh my gosh, you're a borough. That's so cool. I wonder if we had any of the same teachers. I was in IB when I got to 11th and 12th grade though.
Man, my memory is terrible. I have no idea.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, cause I've been noticing a lot of people that we have on the show went to Hillsborough. I'm like, see, that's how antisocial I was, cause I ain't know none of y'all. So yeah.
That's all right. That's hilarious though.
So you moved to Chicago at one point, didn't you?
I did. I moved to Chicago after I graduated from Hillsborough. And I went there for musical theater because that's what I did when I was at Hillsborough. I was in all the musical theater productions from 9th grade until 12th grade. And then I went on to actually pursue a career in musical theater. And when I got there, the blessing from it was when I got there, I was able to do a main stage show. So they did Hairspray, right? Okay. So everybody from every department, it didn't matter if they were in musical theater or not, they wanted to be in Hairspray. So But mind you, that cast was little. I think it was like maybe 20 people in the whole cast. And, you know, you have seniority. And then if you're a junior, like they want the people that have been here and like have that seasoning already to be in the show. And so anybody that was, you know, a freshman or a sophomore in the main stage, that was like a thing. Because what they did for the freshmen was they had like a ensemble kind of thing where they threw a whole bunch of different shows together and like gave everybody an opportunity to show their talent if they didn't make to the main stage. So y'all, I was one of the 4 freshmen to come onto a main stage. They was hating on you, girl, but it was cute. I was little Inez, and I did that. But y'all, shortly after that, I started to realize that I really wasn't a musical theater kid, because that's a ESC, y'all. That's like really musical theater kids are different. But I love theater and I love to perform and act on stage in that way. But at the time, it just wasn't. It didn't feel like it was moving me forward anymore. And so that's when I kind of shifted my direction and started taking vocal lessons in Chicago outside of school. So I was getting vocal lessons in school, but then I was like, no, I need some extra attention, you know? So I was taking 45-minute train rides to my vocal teacher's house, and we got a lot of work done, and I was really happy. And so I was going on auditions in Chicago like the seniors were doing, like trying to make that wave, but nothing happened, y'all. Nothing came of it. You know, little black girl trying to audition for these, you know, productions where we're really kind of pigeonholed to specific roles. It's like, you know, if we got a little, maybe, you know, little maid role or a little weird role here, maybe we'll put you in. But it was difficult to break through that wall. Really difficult. And I knew I was going in there killing them auditions, y'all. I was pissed. But after that, I just didn't let it defeat me. So I just moved my direction back to music. And then not long after, I was on The Voice.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hold on, I had to go through the whole thing. So, man, talk. How was it being on The Voice? Like, how did that go?
So, you know how they have the open call and they make it seem super inclusive. I ain't gonna tell it too much, but there is a potential way for you to be able to skip that and then go to the private auditions like myself. And during that time, I was actually just doing covers with my best friend, and we were putting them out every week consistently, just doing songs that I liked and wanted to sing. And through that, one of the scouts found me and reached out and was like, hey, you want to come to, you know, the private audition in Nashville? I said, girl, do I want to come to the private audition in Nashville? Duh.
Absolutely.
Mind you, I had auditioned 3 times prior to that to be on The Voice. So to skip the open call and to go straight to the private, like, I was like, God, what you doing out here? What you doing? So, you know, there are multiple audition processes. It's not just blinds, but I went through all of that and was the last person on the entire season that got a spot. So like there was only, you know how on the show, you know, they turn the chair around and then you get to pick a judge if it's multiple ones, or if it's only one, you go with that one. Well, I really didn't have a choice. Christina chose me. You know what I mean? She was like, yes, girl. So I was super grateful for that experience because that actually is what led me back home. I was like, you know what, school was cute, but now that I have a little bit of this real world experience in this way, I feel like it's time to really pursue what I want versus going to school and quote unquote figuring it out. So
I feel that.
So those 45-minute train rides, you ever seen anything interesting on the train?
Ooh, child. You know what, I'll be honest, living in the South is so different. It is so different. And I think as, you know, black people in our community, sometimes in the South we are taught to be a little afraid of each other. Not a little, but a lot of it. And what was beautiful was I would see so many different types of people that, and I love this story because it really helped me to grow as a person. You know, I saw this brother, he had on like this stereotypical outfit that would make you a white person scared, you know, whatever. But because I saw him, and at first I was finna get on another like car, y'all, because you know you can choose what car you want to get on. Y'all, this is crazy. But at first I was gonna be like, I don't know, he looked like he gonna do some crazy stuff, let me go in another car. I was like, girl, you not finna be scared of your own people. Go on this train and keep it pushing. I sat right in front of him, y'all. Sat right in front of him, and do y'all know we had a whole conversation? Like, it was beautiful. He like had this pouch on his neck, And when he opened the pouch up, it had like these crystals in it. And he told me all the components that it had, and he just starts talking to me, and I said, God, thank you so much for allowing me to like remove the fear from my heart and love from a space that I've never been able to love from before, so that I could have this moment. Because it really, like, and I know you're asking for like crazy, but like on the train, having moments, like having moments like that
in a good way though.
Having moments like that, because those are the times where you're like sitting by yourself, but you're surrounded by so many walks of life that you have to pay attention. And if you're not paying attention, something could happen. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So I'm glad that I was paying attention, but that I made a choice, and that choice turned out to be something beautiful, and I grew from that.
Never judge a book by
never.
So do you think that the way that your career is going, do you think Nashville is going to be a little more beneficial for that?
You know, that's an interesting question, because I dabble with wanting to leave Nashville all the time. Having my residency, it was very interesting because I got to be in that same situation, like being on the train, like being in a residency where you're at a bar and you're like talking to people from Kansas or Canada or wherever they're from. You know, it's interesting to kind of like have people come up to you and be like, where are you from? I'm like, sweetie, I'm from Nashville. Like, I'm a Southern Belle. Like, what are you talking about? But they're like, nah, like, you seem like you're from New York or somewhere else. And I'm like, yo, what kind of energy am I giving? But I love that Nashville is growing. I love that it is bringing more opportunity here for artists of all walks of life. But I don't know if it's for me.
I feel it.
I'm going to try my best to win where I'm at in my city and gain the love from my city, because that's what I ultimately want. But, you know, I kind of want to move wherever, you know, God wants me to really thrive.
And I mean, if he direct you somewhere else, then I mean, so be it.
Yeah,
you know, that's
true.
a fact. I know it's a lot, because I'm from Milwaukee, like, so I haven't been in Nashville. I've been here for probably about 10 years now.
Okay.
But it's funny, like, everybody that I meet that has been here primarily their whole life, or majority of it, is usually like at that point where they're like, all right, I'm kind of ready to go, you know. And it's so interesting, because like I know people from back home that have been there all their lives and they're ready to go. So I don't know. I just wonder, like, when people are ready to move, you know, aside from, you know, just destiny and being where you're supposed to be, is it a product of opportunity, or is it also a product of just needing a different scenery? You know, like just needing change.
I think it might be the change element, because I think sometimes when you're home, you're comfortable and you get complacent, and then when you don't receive the love instantly, you feel like, well, what am I doing wrong? And like, why can't I be on that bill, or why can't, you know, why am I being overlooked or downplayed when I know I'm talented? And you know, it could be frustrating in that way, but I do think sometimes when you do step out of your comfort zone and take a risk, that's when you see your best reward and better results even. So, child, it's time to go, probably, for real.
Shit, I'd be ready to leave just because of traffic.
Not traffic. Where you gonna go where there's no traffic?
Right.
Colorado?
Somewhere. I can't think of too many places.
Going to
country
country
go
somewhere.
It's gonna get a whole lot better.
Going to country.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy, man. But let's get into your first song. Talk about Flames, your new single.
Yes. So I came out with Flames this past Friday for New Music Friday, but it's just in time for Valentine's Day. But even if you're not, you know, in a relationship, still love on yourself, love, and listen to Flames. Download it, stream it, share it. But I wrote that song back when I was creating my album Mother Nature, and that was one of the songs that didn't make the cut. And so I still thought it was a good song, and so did one of my other partners. He was like, listen, I'm doing another student project. Shout out Jerry Valenti. He was like, send me some music that you've been working on, and I want to pick through those songs and like see what I can, you know, use for my student project. I'm like, okay, cool, because we've done this before, so I was down to do it. So he picked like 5 songs out of, I think, 8 or 10 that I sent him, and Flames was one of them. And so I was excited to be able to do it. Of course, he challenged me when we got in the studio, because at first I didn't even have a bridge or anything like that to it, and I was like, you know, when you said what you wanted to say, child, I'm not trying to write nothing else. It's getting too wordy. It's a love song. But yeah, so I I'm just happy that it's out and people have really been rocking with it. And I'm just grateful to even be able to share, my music with anybody at this point.
Feel it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get into Flames, and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
So today, we're introducing the You Can't Sit With Us drink.
Tastes like candy.
Right? Tastes like candy. So not only do we have like the family-friendly version, right? But we also have the one that's got some alcohol in there.
Just a little something for you, I mean. A little something nice for you.
Just a little something. So we are launching that, and you're able to get that as we speak right now on the website, which our website is sweetblessingstreats.com. And then I believe it's on y'all's website too, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you can definitely head to our IG and find it there for sure. Y'all be able to hit the link. I've already had some people hit me and make those purchases. So please make sure y'all tap in, get the drink. I done tried it. It's fire. I know you're probably not gonna take my word because it's me and it's our drink, but it's really fire. So,
yeah, don't be cheap, man. Alcohol version only $7. The original $3.
Hey, yo,
man.
and that was a really good point though. I feel like we made it super affordable for people because I mean, any other people that, let alone they're even making their own drink, they're not charging you that low amount. I think we made it super convenient. So make sure you get your drink on for the holidays. You feel me?
And again, we're gonna deliver it to you. So you don't have to really do much. Just need to have your ID so we can see it. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Yo, welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. So tell us about your studio process. Like, what's your mindset going to the studio when you get a beat? Do you write a hook for it first, or you start with the verse? Like, what's your process like when you're in the studio?
So my process always starts at home, right? My process always starts with me hearing something in my mind, or whether I'm listening to maybe like a YouTube beat or something like that. That's something newer that I've gotten into. But most of the time, y'all, I'll just be randomly cooking or, just going on by my day, and I hear a melody in my head and I'm like, oh, what's this? And I'll record it on my phone, and then I'll go back to it. And sometimes I really do hear words and things like that. So I kind of base it off of that. And then basically what I do is do a demo. After that demo, I give it to a musician or I give it to a producer, and they create the music around that. And I also give references as well to what, inspired me. But if it is in my head, like, for example, my first project that I came out with was Unfinished Business, and I wrote a song called Burn. And Burn starts out bump, 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 bump. And that's like trumpets and like, the louder brass instruments. And so I heard that while I was sitting down in my dorm room. I heard bump, 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 bump. And I was like, oh, that's fine. And I was like, how do I want to come into that? And I wrote that song based off of that. And I had to articulate that when it was time to record it to the musicians, because all of my music, y'all, outside of one project that did also have, a couple of different instruments on it, are live. So I love live instrumentation.
Fire.
Thank you. But because my goal is to basically make people feel like if you can't come to my concerts, or if you have something that, comes up, like, I want you to be able to feel like you're at the concert at home, listen to it through your speakers or your headphones or whatever, and have that live experience. But that's really my process. I hear something, I am inspired by it, I make a demo, and then I take it to the studio to turn that thing into life, bring it to life.
Yeah. Keep going.
Are you capable of like recording yourself though? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can record myself. Now I'm a perfectionist, so I would never do it myself because my studio isn't like the state of the art studio. It's something to literally do a demo, send it over, and then get it back to somebody that can do it professionally.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can record my vocals, of course, and like do that kind of stuff for myself. But other than that, that's as far as it goes.
Who inspires you?
Oh my goodness, so many people inspire me in music and outside of music. But specifically for music, is that what you want to know?
Let's start with music, but I do want to get to outside of music
too. So my more recent inspirations, Victoria Monet. Janelle Monet has been with me in my arsenal for a very long time. I love her. All the Monets. Who else right now? Ray. Oh my gosh, she's so good. I don't know if y'all know who Ray is, but she's a UK artist and she's phenomenal. She brings you to the mindset of Amy Winehouse, actually. Cause she has that little thing, you know, she has that little accent, and like,
hey, no, you just killed that. Wait, hold on.
Thank you. I've been working on it. Thank you.
You just smoked that.
Thank you. She has that accent, but she also has that vocal range that's just so sultry, and it pulls you in. Who else do I really love right now? Green Tea Ping. Shout out Green Tea Ping, girl. Let's work. Who else? Chloe and Halle. Yeah. Straight up.
Yep.
Straight up. Those girls.
Are they technically still together? Or are they technically like split as far as music?
They never split, y'all.
Okay.
My girl Halle, of course, is Ariel, and she went off to go record that. And during that time of her filming, you know, that was like 2020. And so like there was a point in time where she came back and like came back to the US and then went back to London. And then once that happened, basically she couldn't come back to LA with her sister and her family, so she was kind of over there for a long period of time due to the pandemic. And then of course Chloe, like, she's a producer, she's a singer, and so she was creating music while she was, you know, in the pandemic, and she decided to do something on her own. So they haven't split up. It was just the circumstances and the timing of it all that made it seem that way.
I think that's fire that you can do that. Like, like for y'all to be able to go off, because like I was watching, so like when she was doing the Little Mermaid, they were showing like clips of like her in front of a full orchestra, like literally singing the songs, and I was like, yo, whether they split up or not, like she was made for this. Like this is her. She was in her bag for that. So I think it's fire, like that they both can still do their own thing, but like you said, like not be broken up or anything like that, but just understand like I can go over here and, you know, create how I want to create, but we can still come back together.
Absolutely. And I love those girls. I found them when I was in the 11th grade, and my friends would make fun of me because obviously they're younger than us, but they would make fun of me because I'm watching two little girls sing on YouTube, and I'm like, nah, y'all, like they're cold, like they can sing, like I felt them, you know what I mean? And so like it was crazy because literally I want to say maybe 3-4 years after that, Beyonce signed them. I said, you know what, I wish I could just go back to them little funky friends I had in high school and be like, so you remember that time you was laughing at me? Do you see those girls? Do you see Chloe and Halle?
Check it now.
I'm not a fool. I know what's up. I do wish I was able to get to them before Beyonce did. I just don't have the resources in the coin. But no, like I would love to work with them one day, whether that's, you know, going on tour, opening up for them, or doing a song, or both, child. I love Chloe and Halle. So yeah, those are my musical inspirations right now. Fire.
So then let's touch outside of music. So who are just people that just inspire you just in life in general?
Oh my goodness, Issa Rae.
Okay.
And Lakeith.
Why does because Issa Rae has done a lot. What about her like is inspiring for you?
Well, let's start off with the fact that she's just a beautiful, creative black woman. Let's start there. And then let's move on to her ability to create these shows and then also have these other ventures. My girl has a coffee shop, like in LA and maybe some other places as well. She has her own little bubbly line. I think it's like champagne or something like that. I mean, she's just a businesswoman.
Just getting to it.
You know what I mean?
Getting to it.
And when I think about women that are so versatile, you know, it makes me feel like I can do this because I want to create my own show. Like I want to get into animation.
That's fire.
Even though she doesn't do animation necessarily, she has done voiceovers, voiceover acting and things like that in animations that I've seen. And she just inspires me to go ahead and step outside of my comfort zone and say whatever it is that I put my mind to, like it can happen, you know. Like there are spaces for me in this way. So I'm just happy that she's paving the way and like people are paying attention to her. Shout out Issa.
Yeah, that's tough.
Snoop Dogg is the same way for me though. I know he's going back to like the musical reference, but like even though I know Snoop Dogg music, I wasn't like, you know, listening to Snoop Dogg
you wasn't turning gin and juice on.
You know, I wasn't, you know, but like growing up and watching his business moves, like come on now, he's working with Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart,
man, tough.
You would never think to see Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. So it's like so cool to see him branch out into these things. Like I remember one time I was chilling and I was at somebody's house and they were like watching the boxing match or something like that. He was do you call it officiating when you're like talking over the what do you call it?
Yeah.
Commentating.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My bad. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he was doing the commentating part, and like it was so hilarious, y'all, because it wasn't like he was trying to be professional in the way of like, he was so Snoop Dogg. Mm-hmm. And y'all have to watch the Keke Palmer podcast because she brought him on, and that's what really made me sit down and be like, nah, Snoop Dogg coded what he do. Like, he got his hands in everything. And by the time I'm his age, I hope to have my hands in everything like that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing a lot of people talking about his wine lately, too.
Him and Shaq.
Oh, yeah. He does have a wine. I know what you're talking about.
I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it. I've been meaning to go grab some. Might happen today.
Come on now.
We'll see.
Come on.
Yeah, him and Shaq they in everything.
Oh, my God. Dog. Shaq, dude. Yeah, like, he's in a little bit of everything, bro. Yeah.
They asked him. He was on TNT. They asked him, "What is that?" He said he don't even know, and he a part of it. I'm like,
when you got so many brand deals,
man.
See, I don't want to do that though, because the things that I do, I want to be able to say, no, I approve that myself.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
I stand behind it.
Yeah, and I stand behind it, and I believe in their mission, because I can't just have somebody going and speaking on my behalf because it's some money involved. Baby, you can keep your little coins, and I want to be involved in things that I believe in and like am willing to like continue to promote, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to do animation too. You got some favorite animation like cartoons or anything?
Yes. Okay, y'all, I'm going to put y'all onto this show that I just watched.
Okay.
Now, keep an open mind, but don't open yourself up, okay?
All right.
So hear me. It's called Has Been Hotel. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's about how the angels basically have been exterminating demons when just like randomly. It's almost like if the government decided it's too many of us and they can come through the streets and just shoot us down. And it's an interesting twist because basically what it is like Satan's daughter. She has created this hotel to basically bring the sinners in from hell and like have them stay in there so they can redeem themselves and potentially go to heaven. But the angels are not rocking with that.
And I just never, I just don't think I watched it.
Oh, watch it. Watch it.
Okay.
Don't and if you're not a musical theater type of person, there's a lot of songs in it, but I think that the music isn't corny. It actually like helps elevate the actual show itself.
Okay.
Because without trying to make the show 20 extra minutes long, you put all the things in the song.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful because even just the animation itself, like I'm watching it from a standpoint of production, I'm watching it from the standpoint of the actual creation of the animation, like the type of animation it is, and it's cold, y'all. Like if they made a live version of that,
word,
you're not going to sleep. You gonna be up, the lights gonna be on. But it's a good cartoon. I love that one. Steven Universe, Rebecca Sugar is one of my favorite animators.
I love Steven Universe.
Yes, Steven Universe is so good. Shout out Rebecca Sugar. She's a cold ass writer as well. Like she writes the music in that show actually, which is why I want to do it, because I feel like I can live in both worlds.
That was what I wanted to do when I was like in high school through college, is I wanted to do music for movies. Like, but and not even necessarily it could be either one, like either, you know, you watching whatever in the music that's playing in the background, you know, to elevate the moment, or, you know, just making songs specifically for
characters,
movies. And I wanted to do that, but I think at the time it was like people were doing it, but there weren't really like roadmaps made for how to get to that. And so at the time, you know, I fell in love with, you know, doing other things and, you know, just music in general. But that was something I wanted to do for a while, for real. That would have been tough, and I still might try to get into it.
Yeah, still do it. It's never too late.
For real.
No.
Yeah, I always wanted to be on the Boondocks or something like that.
Do you want to do voiceover?
Yeah, I want
to do voiceover. Or you want them to like make you?
I do both. Like Family Guy and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be tough for real. They need to make like a newer version of the Boondocks, because
I wish they did.
Yeah, nothing's gonna replace that, but they need to like bring it back.
They do.
Facts. They need to bring it back.
Regina King, please, girl.
So I just before we I did want to talk to you just about what you have coming up. Like what can we look for from you. What things are you working on? What you got in the tuck that you can actually talk about?
What's in the tuck? So I have more singles to release this year. Okay. And y'all, you know what? I'm taking it day by day, one step at a time, because I think that in my head I see the big picture of Ayanna Jahnee, and sometimes I have to condense it down so that I can actually like take those smaller steps to like showing the bigger picture, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I was telling y'all before we started, this week is very like heavy for me. So like on Tuesday I get to work with a great photographer, and we're gonna come up with like a visualizer and some content, shout out Be Shooting, to actually just continue to add on to Flame. So like all the little things that I'm going to be doing, you know, to like basically amplify the music, will just be like cool, interesting things that I decided to do along the way, you know. So I don't even know just yet, but I'm just you know, putting myself in that mind space where I'm like, okay, we're gonna start creating things and like creating the world that we see for ourselves, and not making excuses and not being afraid and not saying I don't have the money or I don't have the this. No, we got everything we need.
I like that.
You know, we got everything we need. We just have to ask our questions and open our mouths when we need help and not be afraid to do that. And so that's the season I'm in, y'all.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
All right, talk about your next song, A Phase.
A Phase. So y'all, I wrote a phase. I was at home. This is one of those demo moments, right? I found this beat on YouTube and I thought it was so cold, and I started writing to it, and I was like, you know what's something that I feel very like convicted by, I guess, like that I need to say. And A Phase came out, and you know, in my relationships in the past or whatever, you know, I kind of feel like I was led on a little bit, you know, like people would show like heavy like interest and like I'm infatuated by you and these things and that and whatever, and then the moment that they get to me, it's like I've done it, I've won, and now you do nothing. You do none of the things that you were doing to get to this space with me. Now you breathe in my air and you acting like you can't take care of me in the way that needs to be done. So I wanted to basically take my power back and say, even though we've experienced this kind of thing, like we're not a phase. I'm not a daggum moon. I'm not a, you know, I'm me all the way through. So you know, I just wanted to take my power back and say, you know, I'm not a phase, and that I wanted other people to feel, you know, whatever they're experiencing negatively in relationships, whether they're, you know, romantic relationships or not, like people can't treat you any old kind of way.
Right.
You know, and so like being able to know your worth and your value as a person, you know what I'm saying, without even any, I guess, what do you call it? I can't, confirmation from other people, I guess. Like you don't have to have that. You have to know it within yourself first and foremost. And so I just wanted to have a song that kind of illustrated that thought process.
For sure.
Yeah.
Word. So we're going to get into A Phase, and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio. Yo, what it do? Welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. So, Ayanna Jahnee, it's time for random ass questions. These questions have absolutely nothing to do with what we talked about today. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right. First time on the show, so we get to ask you. First off, gotta ask, do you eat cereal? A cereal thing that you have eaten?
For sure.
Okay. Are you a crunchy eater, or do you have to wait for it to sog up a little bit?
Definitely crumb. We doing more cereal, less milk.
Really? Wait, whoa. More cereal, less milk is crazy.
Yeah, like fill that bowl up to the rim with the cereal. Then you put just a little bit of milk. Just, you know, you have to like saturate the cereal, you know, with the little bit of milk that you use, almond milk specifically. You pour it over a little bit and you just kind of let it just sit right there at the bottom to the middle. But soggy is nasty. If you eating soggy cereal, child, it's just time to eat.
Yeah, nah, I let mine take a second. Now I ain't trying to say like it's got to be like oatmeal, but I let mine. I gotta let mine take a second. Yeah.
Sweetie, that's nasty.
I know.
You like bananas in your cereal too?
Nah, I never know.
Okay, because like that's kind of what I think about too. Like when you have those soft things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but like for example, like crunch berries, right? We know the crunch berries like will shatter your gums for real if you don't eat them correctly. So I let them take a minute, you know, just let them soften up a little bit, then I tap in.
You said a minute, but it's giving like 5 or 10.
I feel it, but nah, it's really like a minute 30. You know, nothing too crazy.
Okay. Not soggy cereal, child. That's so crazy.
You never warmed up your cereal, have you?
Sweetie, now y'all is really getting into the
Don't look
oatmeal
at
of it
me.
all. You ate. I'm sorry. You warming it up in the microwave?
No, we know somebody. That is.
We had a past guest that said that was his way of enjoying it, or that's what he had done.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
his stomach hurting all the time. I'm sure.
I was like, that's pretty unfortunate for
You're
you.
wily. Nasty.
All right, if you had to eat a crayon, what color would it be?
Okay, see, that's wild. I actually know somebody that used to eat crayons when they was little, and I would always be like, "What it tastes like?"
Oh my god. What answer
crazy.
did they have for you?
You know what? I don't remember. I just knew that it was crazy.
I feel like I get sick immediately.
So, a colored crayon that I would want to eat. That's wild. Maybe orange. It's my favorite color. I would be drawn to it, and I would just want to see, like, is it giving tangerine? Is it giving cantaloupe?
She said drawn to it.
I'm drawn to it.
All right, why do round pieces come in square boxes?
I mean, I guess it fits, I guess. I mean, if it's round, it might be a little smaller. You got a box that's squared, fits, you know?
There's no we can do.
Okay. Puzzle pieces.
Hey, what's your least favorite organ in your body?
I love them all, Lord God. I love all of my organs. They're all my faves. Because I want them all to be healthy until the end of my time. My least favorite organ, I can't even get into that. I don't know. What's your least favorite organ?
I don't know neither. I mean, unless you're a drinker, I feel like they would say like liver or something.
Well, child, stop drinking. What's your least favorite organ?
I don't have one.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
You want
one.
them all, right?
No, facts. All of them at 100%.
I would think so.
Absolutely.
All right, if you can make any vegetable taste like candy, which vegetable would it be?
Tanglu, cauliflower. Because I don't even know what that is.
Hey, cauliflower, if you get it fried, it's like
Fire. I already know what you
Yeah.
mean. Go to Cheesecake Factory. How they got this like appetizer. They got the firecracker, like something. I don't know. It's good.
Huh. Alright, yeah. I'll go to this place called The Goat in Mount Juliet.
Yes.
Yeah, and they got another one somewhere else. But yeah, The Goat, if you go there, get fried cauliflower, it's
Delicious.
chef's kiss.
Come on.
All right, what's the difference between a regular mint and a peppermint?
I'm sorry. A regular mint and a peppermint. What the hell is a regular mint? Like, what do you mean? Like Altoid? Like
the peppermint be like the red and white one.
Yeah.
And then you got the regular just like a regular just mint without it's not no red or nothing.
I got you. So, I'll probably say sugar. I feel like little peppermint with the red on it is like a candy cane, and I feel like it's meant to have just a hint of sugar for you to be able to eat it like that. But I think a regular mint, and also it don't help your breath smell no better. Like, you know, you remember when you was at church and like the little old ladies that had a little peppermints, but you can still smell the breath. Be like, yeah, you better put something else in your mouth there. But yeah, my bad, old ladies. But yeah, I think that's probably it. Sugar.
All right. Do you think ants fart?
What?
I am really sick of these. I am dead. Probably. They got a big old booty. What they call it, the thorax? Is that what it's called?
Next question.
Yeah, like
we not going here, bro. Next question.
and farts.
Let's see. Got two more for ya.
That stuff can go on the floor.
Yeah, man. You can sit down, man. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And it's a nice bag,
Look
too.
at the courtesy.
I know. That's gonna fall off though. That's sliding.
Yeah,
You good. Alright, yeah. So if vegetable oil is made from vegetable, what is baby oil made from?
Johnson & Johnson. I don't know. I just don't know. These questions are insane, sweetie. What is baby oil made from? Hopefully not freaking babies, okay? That's all I can say. Because is vegetable oil actually made from vegetables? No.
It's not.
No.
That's a fact.
I don't know. Crazy.
All right, last question is, you think angels get high?
Yes. Absolutely.
From
I
what?
like that. She was absolutely sure.
They definitely get high.
From what?
Hey, that's their business.
Yeah.
But they're definitely getting high in heaven.
Hey, we appreciate you being on the show. Shout out to social medias. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, thank y'all so much for having me. I really appreciate y'all. Like, this is my first interview in a really long time.
This gonna be the first of many. We gonna have you
Hello.
back. Don't worry.
Claim it.
And you our first episode of the year, so
Yeah.
Hey y'all heard that. So y'all can find me on all social media platforms as well as streaming platforms at Ayanna Jahnee. I love to spell my name, so here it goes. AYANNAJAHNEE. Yeah, follow the journey, y'all. The journey is gonna be beautiful, and I really can't wait to share it with y'all.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, as always, y'all can catch me on IG at QTheDJ, QUETHEDEEJAY, and on Twitter it's the same thing, but who uses Twitter anymore? Ambitious?
Did you miss anything, or you said that?
Man, bro, I haven't potted in ages.
What about the DJ business?
Of course, so I'm bugging. Follow us on Instagram, Quality Unmatched ENT, my DJ business. Hit me up. You need anything? Weddings, birthday parties, extravaganzas. I'm here.
No funerals?
Nah.
Alright, cool. As always, follow me at Ambitious1K on Instagram and Twitter. That's the number 1, the letter K. If you don't know how to spell ambitious, go ask Alexa, go ask Siri. Go look it up in the dictionary. Do what you got to do. Threshold Brace, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You Can't Sit With Us Radio, all one word on Facebook and Instagram. And what's the Twitter?
Y.C.S.W.U Radio, all one word. Tap in with us there as well if you still use that thing.
Yeah, X, whatever. Until next time, man. Ambitious Q, we out.
We outie.